To Agape. Agape is a spiritual center. What do? We teach how to better self love through conscious living. We teach that love is the awareness and acceptance of our wholeness. We teach that when we live in love, our lives just unfold with a sense of ease and beauty that is unlike anything we can even imagine. At Agape, we honor all spiritual paths and realize that everyone is unique and everyone has their chosen path. Our teachings are based on the principles of meditation, love, and using the law of the power of the mind to create our lives. We're a practical center. Yeah, there's a lot of great theory out there, but if it's not practical, for us, for me, it's a waste of time. So, with that, let's start by going into meditation just for a few moments. So, I invite you to come to a comfortable, seated, upright position. Your back is straight. Your hands gently resting on your lap. Eyes closed. Bring your awareness to your breath. The simple act of breathing in and breathing out. You are breathing in life, nourishing and purifying yourself. The breath nourishes and purifies the body. The breath nourishes and purifies the mind. The breath connects us to all of life. By simply consciously being aware of our breath, we detach from the idea that we are the body, and we detach from the idea that we are our thoughts. It is here that we can go within and know that that which is aware we have a body, that which is aware we have a mind, and that which is aware we are having sensory experiences is the true essence of who we are. We are an individualization of infinite awareness with a body and with a mind. And when we come into this sense of awareness, we reconnect with that which created us out of it. Source, divine wisdom, love, spirit, God. We truly understand that God is not a being, but that God is infinite. Everything is an expression of God. And we understand to deny anything is to deny our belief in God. It is here in the breath that we realize that we are worthy of all that we can imagine, all that we believe. And what we believe becomes our experience. So we take a moment now to make a conscious decision on some aspect of life that we choose to believe differently. Could be health, abundance, relationships, career, wisdom, spiritual connection. Or maybe it's a simple belief that I am worthy. Your heart knows where it wants to take you. Listen. Listen to your heart speak in that silent voice. And know if the heart is speaking, that voice will always be for more life and for more love. Just breathe in and out for a few moments and listen to your heart. I invite you to fill your heart with a sense of gratitude for simply being alive and given the ability and the freedom to choose. Whatever you choose, it's perfect for you. There is nothing judging you. There is a law that gives, and then you can shift, build a new belief, and the law will respond accordingly. So fill yourself with gratitude for the realization that you are alive. And it is in being alive that you feel the joy, the beauty of love pulsing through every cell, space between the cells, every thought, the space between the thoughts. And now, gently bring yourself back to this time, to this place, this day, and this body. Move your fingers, maybe your head from side to side. And when you're ready, open your eyes and put a smile on your face and welcome this beautiful day. Last week, I talked about the life of a mystic. I'm going to continue that with a little bit of a different twist. I want to talk about love and law. These are the two pillars that we teach at Agape. These are the two pillars that Ernest Holmes talked about in The Science of Mind. So understand that the mystic that you are, is someone who seeks to experience a direct revelation or experience of the ultimate reality, infinite source, God. Think about that. You ever wondered, why do you seek things? Are you seeking things to feel a sense of fulfillment? Have you noticed that all of the things that you seek to fill your sensory desires are never enough? They're never enough. Just think about it. Got a craving for potato chips? Have one. Can't stop, can you? You keep having them till you have the whole bag. And even after you have the whole bag and you're bloated, you're still not fulfilled. It happens no matter every aspect of life where the senses are brought in. You see, the mystic understands it is the direct revelation, the experience of that revelation, that brings that sense of wholeness. Love and law are two practices that a mystic seeks to balance their everyday lives. They understand that they are both the body and the spirit. But in reality, they understand right now that they're fully the spirit no matter what. But in this life, they have a body with a mind. And so they seek to live a balanced life, not a life that's total spirit or a life that's total body. It's the balance we're seeking. So many people start the spiritual path and they give up the physical aspects of life. Well, you have a body and you have a mind. It's not to get rid of them. That'll happen soon enough when you die. You won't have your body and your mind when you die, but you have them now. So the best thing you could do is to fully experience life as much as you can, while at the same time realizing that you're so much more than the body, so much more than the mind. You see, when we look at the pillars of love and law, we understand that love is the awareness and acceptance of our wholeness, the wholeness of others, and the wholeness of all of life, with the realization that there's only one. This is where the practice of meditation comes in. Because in meditation, you're letting go of your body, you're letting go of your thoughts, and you're going, what's beneath the body, the idea of the body, beneath the idea of the thoughts? It's love. It's that pure awareness. And when you're in that state of pure awareness, you realize you're perfect. Your uniqueness and perfection are what you are. And when you see that for yourself, you honor that for all others, and you honor that for life. I think there's no greater thing in the world is than to understand the balance that is here right now. You see, love is that deep state that we go into when we use meditation. It is beneath the body. It is beneath the mind. It is beneath our feelings. If you think about life, we are surrounded by the world, the cosmos. And the cosmos is there. And then we come in, and our senses feed to our mind images of the universe, of the cosmos that we're observing. These images are interpreted in our mind, and our mind then attaches emotions to them. And then we start to build our personality, our individual persona. And so we think that what we perceive is real, when in fact, it's just our interpretation of the sensory input of what the world is. Just picture this. Picture the world is there. Picture it as a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful garden. And all of a sudden, you're dropped into the garden. And your sight, your hearing, your smell, your taste, your feelings, they get that impression of what is around them. They feed it to the mind. The mind does its interpretation. And it then, what? It assigns meaning to it. Meanings are what? Feelings. It sees the most beautiful orange and it peels it and it opens it and it tastes delicious, and it attaches a feeling to eating an orange. It sees a lemon, peels it just like the orange, but the senses say it's sour. So it attaches an emotion to it of the feeling of sourness. You may taste dirt, you get a different sensation. Do you see how our mind, our senses feed us, and we attach things, and then they become the filters through which we see life? But love is the deep state where we put aside these feelings, these emotions, these perceptions. Love is a level of awareness where all sense of separation disappears and there is no judgment, only the awareness there is only one. This is the clearest thing that I can really discern to you, is that if you truly want to know what love is, ask yourself, am I judging? If you're judging, you're not in love. If you're accepting without condition, that's love. If you're accepting with condition, condition means judgment. Guess what? There's no love. Don't fool yourself. I love you when you do this. No, you don't love. You like them when they do that. Love is a completely different thing, because realize love is something at the soul level, the infinite level, and it does not judge right or wrong. It just knows that there's contrast, and the contrast is there for us to have an experience of life. And so when you embrace the idea that love is the awareness of the wholeness of yourself, others, and of life, and you're aware that you are a microcosm of the macrocosm that created everything, that becomes a pillar of understanding as you move into this world. Now, on the other side of the scale, there is a universal law, a creative force that responds to our thought and our feeling atmosphere by bringing this atmosphere into our experienced reality. That's right, a law. What does that law do? It takes your thought atmosphere. It takes whatever you believe and it brings it into your experience. It does it without judgment. It doesn't say, is this right for Lee or wrong for Lee? No, this is what Lee is believing right now. Bring it on to Lee. It's neutral. It doesn't care. Isn't that a great thing to say? It doesn't care. And I know a lot of people don't like that. It's like I tell people, I can be caring towards you. I can be supportive of you, but I cannot care about your end result. Do you know why? Because only you are responsible for it. I'm not. I have no input as to whether you achieve anything or not. The only input I have is what I achieve. And it's based on the beliefs that I create for myself and I live to. So this universal law is a magnificent thing. It's called the law of attraction, the law of reciprocity, the law of circulation, the law of cause and effect. It's called all of these different things. It's the same law. The teacher Jesus said what? It is done unto you as you believe. Period. Not believe what's good, not believe what's bad. It's done unto you as you believe. And this law is everywhere present. You know what that means? Tell you a secret. You can't fool it. You can't be saying, I want abundance. And then when you're alone with your checkbook or you're online paying your bills, you say, God, I don't have enough money. I don't have enough money. I just don't have enough money. The law hears. And where there's a strong emotion attached to it, it understands that that's truly the deep belief. That's what we don't understand many times. We think it's our words that create. Yeah, our words create the mold from which the law responds and creates. But I'll tell you what, it's those emotions that we attach to the belief that really give it its power, because that tells the law, this is it. This is what I believe. This is what I believe in all my heart. You see, the mystic understands that it is the common combination of law and love that is the ultimate creative medium. You see, when you know that you're one with all that is, do you have any doubt that you can create? Do you believe there's something that gets in the way? No, because you believe there's nothing other than you. You're one. And then once you understand that oneness, that you're one with it, then you apply the universal law and there is no obstacle to push back against. But when we don't understand that, it's not going to happen. In the science of mind, we teach a form of, it's prayer, but it's not prayer, because most people, when they talk about prayer, they're asking, they're beseeching something outside of themselves to deliver unto them that which they ask and beseech. In religious science, we don't ask, we paint a picture and demand it. The first two steps are God is. God is all there is. That's the first step, getting into that state of understanding that God is all. The second step is understanding I am one with it, that it is infinite. I am one with it. I am infinite. It is all wisdom. I am one with it. I have all wisdom available to me. It is all powerful. I am powerful through the recognition of it in me. That's the love aspect. The law aspect is I now paint a picture of my health. I live in a perfect, healthy male body, 182 and a half pounds, 18% or less body fat, a 33-inch waist. I have perfect assimilation, elimination, circulation, and breathing. I see perfectly, hear perfectly, smell perfectly, taste perfectly. I feel perfectly. I'm able to do whatever I want, when I want, how I want physically. My body functions at the level of a virile 25-year-old male athlete. Do you see what I just created? I created a really clear image on top of the fact that I'm one with the infinite. And because I know these things, now I simply go into what? A state of gratitude. I give thanks for knowing my oneness. I give thanks for the clear image. I give thanks that that image is now brought into my world and my experience. And then what do? I release it into the power of universal law, and universal law makes it so. I let it go. I let it go and trust that the universal law does exactly as I say. When you do these steps and you believe them with the power of love, demonstration happens. It's automatic. You see, love is the power, while law takes our mental image and makes it so. One without the other, and our ability to consciously create falls by the wayside. If you connect to oneness, but you're not directing the law, you're going to be, I'm going to say, a victim or a creator based on the law of averages. Whatever the average experience is, that's what you're going to get. But if you use the law without the power behind it, love, nothing's going to change in your life. It's simply going to remain the same. So the two go hand in hand. The mystic understands that love is here, law is here, and the most perfect way to live is to bring them into balance. And in balance, the mystic becomes the conscious creator. And life unfolds as they deem it to unfold. Is that not fantastic? See, it is the balance of these two pillars of the teachings of science of mind that when we understand it and we apply it, we step into the role of a conscious creator. Isn't that what we all are seeking? To consciously create the most expansive life filled with love, joy, excitement, adventure. That's right. We're not meant to sit still. We're meant to grow and to become more. And we have the power to do that. When we understand and embody love and law, challenges are no longer obstacles, but they're rather opportunities for growth and transformation. Because you see, without challenge, you're not going to grow. Challenge and growth are always there together. So to have an idea that you're not going to be challenged, you're going to be miserable. Because no matter how aware you are, no matter how much meditation you do, your ego will interpret the world in a way that challenges you to open up your awareness and become more aware that everything is perfect. You just got to see it that way. When we're faced with adversity, we now choose love over fear, trust over doubt. We do this because we've proven to ourselves by practically applying these teachings, and there is nothing we cannot accomplish. The teachings of love and law, the infinite and the creative power within us. when we embrace love as the guiding principle in our lives, and when we align ourselves with this universal law, we unlock the infinite potential within us and co-create a reality filled with joy, abundance, and fulfillment. And there can be nothing better than that. I invite you to not believe a word I say, but rather to test it and see if it works for you. And if it does, test it some more. Because guess what? You are the master. You've just got to claim it and know it. Make this a great week. Balance, love, and law. Improve it for you. I want to thank you for joining me today. If you got value out of this, I'm going to ask you to give that value back to Agape. Make a donation to Agape. Support us as we bring this message of self-empowerment, self-worth, self-love to the cosmos. That's the role we've accepted. I've accepted that role. My simple goal in life is to touch one life every day. If I do that, I go to bed and I sleep so deep. I don't set big goals. I set goals that are realistic and know that I overachieve them all the time. It's not about numbers. It's about quality. If this touched you, support us. Also, if you go to agapespiritualcenter.com, you can make your donation there, but you can also find out all the many ways that we can support you. Guided meditations on a daily basis, talks on a daily basis, gatherings where you can come and commune with others of like mind, workshops, and also classes. So we've got so many ways that we can support you. Also, if you need spiritual mind treatment to support you, myself or one of our 4 practitioners would love to be there to support you. I want you to know that no matter who you are, where you're living, what your circumstances are, your sex, your age, whatever it is, you are worthy. Don't let anyone tell you any different. You look in the mirror every day and you say, I'm worthy, and my uniqueness and my connection to the oneness makes it so. Make this your best day ever and start your life anew today, practicing love and law. We'll see you next week.